Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about some amazing milky lactonic perfumes. Mostly niche, there's not too many like super realistic milky designer perfumes that I've been able to find. So if you know of any, please make sure to drop a comment below because I would love to try them. But these are going to be some of my favorite milky fragrances in my collection. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with the first perfume, which is Blanche Bete from Liquid Imaginaires. I mean, just look at that beautiful milky pink color. And this had a bit of a like mini hype moment online because it is one of the best straight up milky vanilla perfumes out there. Just done in a very bougie feminine way. This has some tuberose, which adds to the milkiness, with jasmine and a very subtle kind of powdery cacao note, almost like a dusting of cacao. It is creamy and milky, yet a bit powdery dusty at the same time. There's ambrette and tonka bean. It's very sweet, kind of like a thick, creamy vanilla milkshake. The scent doesn't really change too much, and there's not really that much going on, which is why it's also an amazing perfume to use to layer with other fragrances that you want to make a bit lactonic, because it doesn't change that much. It's really just going to be this straight up kind of like vanilla milkshake perfume, which I know that a lot of people love, and I like it too. It's very cozy and very feminine. Blanche Bete from Liquid Imaginaires. So I'm gonna let you in on one of my best kept secrets and one of my favorite perfumes in my entire collection. This is Bravi by Tamine. One of the best nutty, milky tuberose fragrances ever. And honestly, in my opinion, probably the best fragrance from Tamine, hands down. It is a masterpiece, and I do not put that lightly. It has this really interesting bitter orange note that kind of comes off a little bit, not syrupy, but just almost kind of like how you would smell it or taste it in a cocktail. And I like it, and I think it's very unique because it's different than a typical orange note, you know, like a juicy, citrusy orange. It's just something a little bit different. And I think it actually contrasts very well with the creamy milkiness of this scent. This has a zesty ginger mixed with a nice walnut milk note. So it's milky and nutty at the same time, with vanilla and tobacco and honey. It is beautiful. It's elegant. It is so unique. There's nothing you can compare Bravi to, with a touch of saffron. And that bitter orange in here to me just makes all the difference. A beautiful, beautiful contrast. It is really one of my favorite fragrances in my collection. It's calming and very dressy, but I could see it being a bit polarizing because of the strong tuberose in here. So you definitely need to try a sample of this first because it is pretty pricey, but I think it is worth the money. There is extreme quality here. It's very long lasting. It's just a very beautiful, unique scent, but you can find samples of this over on Twisted Lily. And I believe my discount code Erica10 works on the samples as well. So great place to buy samples. If you love tuberose and like milky, kind of creamy, spicy fragrances, you need to try Bravi. So this next scent is going to be for my cherry lovers. We're talking about Sirene from Fragrance du Bois, the new release from Fragrance du Bois, and their first ever feminine targeted release. But the scent itself is still unisex leaning. The bottle, not so much. The pink in this is so gorgeous. It smells like a very bright, kind of like maraschino cherry, almost like a cherry smoothie in a way. It just makes you go, when you smell it. It's so delicious. Eyes rolling into the back of your head type of delicious. It's so good, like mouth-wateringly good. To me, it smells like a princess. You get a very subtle kind of like pepperiness and incense, but it really just adds a dimension and allure. It gives off like dark feminine energy. You know, it's very feminine, but it's not like a super girly, like ditzy type of feminine scent. There is some depth to it, some density, and a little bit of a oomph, you know? Like there's something more to this. And it does have that oud in here, but it's done in that very classic Fragrance du Bois way. Nothing skanky about it, very clean, very minimal. It's going to come off more woody than necessarily oudy. Very clean, super luxurious, and there's a lot of like lactonic milkiness here. One of my all-time favorite fragrance houses. You can't find something more luxurious than Fragrance du Bois. So if you love cherry, you should definitely try Sirene. So next we're gonna talk about White on White from Xerjoff. This is the fig fragrance of your dreams. It has has this very creamy, almost kind of spiced sandalwood with this milky fig, kind of like a green fig, but ripe with a nice bergamot. It's very fresh and prominent, and the fig in here is almost edible. There's some resins in here, tolu balsam, it's ambery with a sweetened vanilla. Everything about this perfume is just so creamy and milky. Very fancy feeling, upscale, very elegant. It is a beautiful, beautiful signature perfume, like a signature milky perfume for year-round, all occasions. It's just so unique. Really a standout from Xerjoff, one of their best releases. It's just so appealing and so balanced, and also very strong and long-lasting. You will get good performance with white on white. I love everything about it. The bottle, the scent, and I love how unique it is. So if you love fig, definitely try white on white. So next up, we have a fragrance called Vanilla Crush from Gleam London. And this is a new house that I recently got to test out. And this is going to be a very thick, dense vanilla with a pear blossom note, which is interesting because it's not like truly fruity. Like it doesn't really come across like a pear note. And it kind of has a little bit of this like cotton candy-esque vibe to it as well. It's just so different. Honestly, to me, it kind of reminds me of like a creme brulee shell with the custard. It's not really like burnt sugar or like burnt caramel, but it's kind of like that hardened shell on top of creme brulee, if that makes sense. Combined with this really pretty iris that's not lipsticky or green, but very buttery with some musk. It's really just, it's a ton of vanilla, but you will feel this kind of milky-like accord too. And if you're interested in trying this one out, they have it now available over on So Avant-Garde, and you can save 10% with the code OdaErica10. It's very girly. It's a great like niche quality fragrance for the girls out there that just love very, very feminine, sweet vanilla perfumes. And if you like the idea of smelling like creme brulee. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up the video with a fragrance that is very near and dear to my heart, Amore Caffe from Mancera. This is a bowl of vanilla bean ice cream with a frothy warm espresso poured on top, mixed with this kind of almondy, almost boozy amaretto. Every time I smell this, I swear, my mouth starts to water a bit. It is so good. For me, this is like the holidays in a bottle. It just smells so cozy and happy. It's the type of scent that when you smell it, it just puts a big smile on your face. And it's a beautiful, very realistic, like perfectly executed gourmand. It smells so realistic. A sweet coffee gourmand. And this stuff is also totally beast mode. It is so strong in very typical Mancera fashion. This will last weeks on your clothes. It's just the type of scent that makes you feel very safe and takes you to like a happier time. You know, for me, it's the holidays. It's Christmas, there's snow on the ground, I'm with my family, it's very warm and cozy. I love it. It is my signature fragrance for the holidays. But that was just my list of some of my favorite milky lactonic fragrances in my collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment below. What is your favorite go-to milky fragrance? I would love to know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.